to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hello and welcome to episode 46. I am MOSH, and just quickly, if you hear any background noise, that is the air purifier that is running because, animal fur and my nose needs to work. If you hear anything, that's what it is. I will add a noise reduction to this, so hopefully that helps. But anyway, moving forward, another update. The ghost has not killed me yet, although I did feel like a hand was placed on my back the other night. But I'm used to that kind of stuff by now, so it doesn't even bother me. And I have also played Modern Warfare since last week's podcast, and I almost uninstalled the game, so you can figure out how that went. The game is just not good. It's not good right now. There are so many campers, like an unbelievable amount of campers. It's just not fun. And, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Because I see some people saying that this is their favorite Call of Duty, or it's in their top 5, and I'm just like, how? How is this in your top 5 Call of Duties? And then I saw someone say that Modern Warfare plays just like Modern Warfare 2, which gave me a nice internal chuckle, because, no. No, it doesn't. And I know this for sure because I played Modern Warfare 2 at launch, all the way up until Black Ops 1 released, so I think I'm a pretty good source on that. Even though it's all opinion, the opinion is wrong. These games do not play anything like each other, and if they did, people would not be complaining the way they are. And if they did play similar to each other, I would be playing this game a lot. But I'm not, because they don't play like each other. Or Modern Warfare doesn't play like Modern Warfare 2, is what I meant to say. But anyway, the reason I brought up Modern Warfare is because I'm kicking this off with Modern Warfare because some leaks have come out about the Battle Royale mode. So I'm getting this from IGN, who got it from a Reddit user named Senescalo, which was then reported by Eurogamer, and then reported by IGN, and now through me. So, cool. It says the leak/data mine details a slew of new features, including a massive new map and an increased player count. And according to the leak, it's due out in early 2020. And then it shows an image of the map, like a top-down view, as if you're looking down on the map. So I'll put a link to this in the description if you want to see what the map could potentially look like. And just looking at it right now, I'm probably never going to play this, so that's always great. Notably, the map seems to contain both massive ground war maps and the similarly large Spec Ops mode map within its boundaries. This new Battle Royale mode will reportedly allow up to 200 players to duke it out in the usual duos, solos, or squads variations. The Battle Royale mode will also apparently have a new feature called Gulag, where eliminated players will have a chance to battle 1 versus 1, with the victor getting to respawn. Occasionally, there's some sort of jailbreak that allows all imprisoned players to respawn. Players get to watch each 1v1 match while a timer counts down to their turn, with players able to place bets on other competitors to earn something called plunder. This new plunder system allows you to earn points by eliminating enemies and achieving mission goals. Once you get some plunder, you can convert it into experience points at ATMs located around the map. Okay, that's weird. The player with the most plunder at the end of the match gets recognized for their efforts. If you wander into a bank to deposit your plunder, an alarm goes off and alerts nearby players. Also worth noting, while Blackout had missions that players could complete, they mostly involve surviving to a certain player count. Modern Warfare's Battle Royale missions are a bit more involved and will apparently have you hunting down specific players, collecting scavenger crates, capturing a domination point, or other options. Outside of the Gulag, respawning has also been retooled. You can loot a respawn token, but you only ever get to respawn once. You can revive a teammate by dropping their body off at an ambulance with a respawn token, where they'll be taken to the Gulag for their chance to come back. At some point in the game, the Gulag closes and players can't respawn at all. So far, none of this information has been confirmed by Activision or any Call of Duty team, and it is unclear if it'll be a free mode or will require a DLC purchase. So there you go. Possible new leaked information about the Battle Royale mode. We don't know if it's true or not. It certainly sounds like it could be. I mean, the plunder thing's a little weird, going to ATMs and banks to, deposit it. I don't know about that. But everything else seems pretty legit. So early 2020, Battle Royale craze returns. Yippee. Next up, Xbox had their X019 event where they announced some things. So Obsidian, who just released The Outer Worlds, revealed their next video game called Grounded, and it's basically like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but a video game. So your character is really small. You're in like a backyard, in a garden, you're fighting ants, you got a little spear, you're running through grass, puddles, there's a shovel, there's sprinklers, spiders, spider webs, all that stuff that you can, see in a normal backyard. That's where this game takes place. It's a survival game. It says it has RPG elements in it. You can craft armor and probably weapons. You can build shelters, and it looks like it's co-op because at one point in the trailer it shows 4 people. I don't know if that's local co-op or online co-op, maybe both. But yeah, it looks like a nice little game, and that comes out in spring of next year on Xbox and Steam. It says it's going to be part of the Xbox Game Pass. They talked about Xbox Game Pass a lot. You might as well just name the event Xbox Game Pass. Then they talked about Project xCloud, which they said is coming to Windows 10 PCs and other markets as well. It says real quick, in 2020 we'll bring Project xCloud to Windows 10 PCs, and we're collaborating with a broad set of partners to make game streaming available on other devices as well. We're also expanding support to more Bluetooth controllers, including the DualShock 4 wireless controller and gamepads from Razer. And then Rare announced their new game. So they made Banjo-Kazooie, and for a while now, people have been saying, hey, we want a new Banjo-Kazooie. So Rare announced their new game, and it's not Banjo-Kazooie. It's called Everwild. I don't really know what to make of this game. The trailer was more like a teaser, if anything. It just kind of showed the world and your character. I guess you connect with nature. I mean, I don't know. It's called Everwild. You're in the wild, and there's probably gonna be a spiritual awakening from within. I don't know. A lot of the games on this stream look the same. It's not Banjo-Kazooie. Get over it. A new Sea of Thieves update was announced. It's gonna be for free on November 20th. And then they talked about the Black Friday sale, which I talked about last week. Now, here's an Xbox Game Pass sale that they are doing right now. Started on November 14th, so it's happening right now. It is live. You can get 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $1. $1 buckaroo. Now, this is for a limited time, so once the offer ends, you gotta go back to regular price. But for right now, 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for $1. It also says eligible Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members in select markets will also get 1 month of EA access, 3 months of Discord Nitro, and 6 months of Spotify Premium as part of their member benefits. Sounds like a giant infomercial. If you order in the next 48 hours, you get this. But wait, there's more. And then Ninja Theory's game Bleeding Edge got a little bit of the spotlight. We got a release date for that, which is March 24th, 2020. And if you pre-order the game, you get to play the closed beta on February 14th, 2020, as well as some other in-game cosmetics. And Bleeding Edge will be available with Xbox Game Pass. Don't Nod announced a new game, the creators of Life is Strange, and this sounds like it's going to be exclusive to Xbox. The new game is called Tell Me Why, and apparently all of the episodes will be released in summer of 2020. So like right now, Life is Strange 2 is taking how long for all the chapters to come? All the chapters aren't even out yet. I think next month is the final one. It took at least a year, if not longer. I don't even remember when episode 1 came out. It's too long. It's way too long. But apparently for this game, it says 2020, summer 2020 for all of them. So maybe and I guess there's 3, so like maybe June, July, August, or 1 every 2 weeks. I don't know how it's going to be, but we'll see if they can stick to that. Anyway, the game is about twins, and one of them is transgender, which I don't know if there are any big games out there with a main character that is trans. I can't think of anything. I'm sure there's like some indie games out there, but there's so many indie games, like you can't even keep track of them. But as far as big games go, this might be the first, so it's definitely going to get people talking. It's going to be controversial. We'll just see what the response is when it comes out. But again, it's from the same studio that makes Life is Strange, so it'll be in a similar vein to that. And of course, that game will be available with Xbox Game Pass. It will also be available on Steam, so it's exclusive to Xbox on console. but it will also be on PC. They showed some Microsoft Flight Simulator. They showed the first gameplay trailer for Age of Empires 4, which I'm not familiar with either of those games, so I really don't have much to say. One of them, you pretend to fly a plane. The other one, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say you probably kill people. Showed off some more of Minecraft Dungeons. Wasteland 3, which has a release date of May 19th, 2020. And Wasteland 3 will be available on Xbox. Well, obviously. It's an Xbox event. It's available on Xbox. And Windows 10. And you can play it day one with Xbox Game Pass. Showed some Crossfire X gameplay, which is coming out next year. Some Kart Rider Drift, which I guess is a PC racing game, which is coming to Xbox. Alright, I'm about to say a lot right now, and I'm probably going to confuse myself. So, some of the Final Fantasy games are coming to Xbox Game Pass, and some of the Kingdom Hearts classics are coming to Xbox One. Oh god, here we go. Oh, there's a lot. Square Enix developers Shinji Hashimoto and Ichiro Hazama appeared on Inside Xbox to announce that the Final Fantasy series on Xbox, including Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, Final Fantasy IX, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remaster, Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy XIII-2, Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII, and Final Fantasy XV will be coming to Xbox Game Pass on console and PC starting in 2020. Also, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue will come to Xbox One in 2020. Finally, a new Kingdom Hearts 3 demo is available starting today on Xbox One. They showed some more of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is out. The game is available right now. Sega announced that the Yakuza series is coming to Xbox Game Pass. Well, I don't think it's all the games. I think it's only a few of them. It says Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 1, and Yakuza Kiwami 2. So it might just be those three. But that might mean that the other ones will eventually show up. Showed some gameplay for Planet Coaster, which is a PC game coming to Xbox One. And you basically just like run a theme park. It's like a simulator, not like a hardcore simulator, but it's just you run a theme park. I don't know, amusement park, whatever I'm trying to say. Actually looks pretty fun. I'm actually pretty interested in that game. I'm not gonna lie, because I played a game like that on PS2 back in the day, and it was pretty fun. So I actually wouldn't mind playing one of those one of these days. A new game called West of Dead was announced, where the main character William Mason is voiced by Ron Perlman. Descend into the grim and gritty world of Purgatory in this fast-paced twin-stick shooter that'll put your skills to the test. Dodge behind cover as you try to outgun your enemies in the unknown, procedurally generated hunting grounds. The Wild West has never been this dark. Sign up for the open beta today at westofdead.com. Some other game was announced called Drake Hollow, a cooperative action village building game set in the Hollow, a blighted mirror of our world in which you build and defend villages of drakes, the local vegetable folk. Okay. Either solo or with friends, you explore a procedurally generated world of islands trapped in poisonous ether. Alright, everything's procedurally generated these days. You gather supplies, build networks to bring them back to your camp, find and rescue drakes in the wilderness, raise them, and defend them from attacks by a menagerie of feral beasts. You need to balance your time carefully. What supplies are most crucial at any given moment? What does your village need? More resources to keep the drakes thriving, or more defenses to help protect them while you explore? Another new game called Last Stop. What else did they know? There's so much stuff. The game is a single-player, third-person adventure set in present-day London where you play as three separate characters whose worlds collide during a supernatural crisis. And then another game called The Artful Escape. The Artful Escape tells the story of Francis Vendetti as he embarks on a multi-dimensional journey to create his stage persona. It's an action-adventure, narrative-driven, musical, laser, light, battle kind of video game with dazzling visuals, killer music, and a soulful message about what it means to find your true self. And you know I gotta save the best for last. So they announced that Halo Reach will be releasing on December 3rd. So that's pretty soon. A lot sooner than I was expecting them to announce it. I thought we weren't getting it until next year at this rate, but we're only a few weeks away. So this is part of the Master Chief Collection. All 6 titles in the Halo Master Chief Collection can be purchased up front on PC for $40, with Halo Reach being available for individual purchase for $10. And the Master Chief Collection is available with Xbox Game Pass. On console, players can get the updated Halo the Master Chief Collection bundle, which includes Halo 3 ODST campaign and Halo Reach for the same price. So since I don't have an Xbox, I gotta play it on PC. I've been testing out Reach recently. I got another invite to play early. So yeah, December 3rd is the day Halo returns. And for $40 for 6 games, like that's pretty good for the PC side of things. Like you get Halo Reach, you get Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4. 6 games, $40, and you don't need an Xbox Live Gold subscription. So you can play as much Halo as you want, $40. Pretty good deal. Am I going to jump on that? Yeah, because Halo 2 is God tier. It's a God tier game. So is Halo 3, but Halo 2 is better. I like Reach, but it's not my favorite. I like Halo 1, but it's not my favorite. Halo 4, probably not going to play it much, to be honest. Unless I do a playthrough, and I play through all of them, maybe. But I don't really plan on it. Halo 3, obviously I'm going to play a lot. And then Halo 2, I mean, come on. It's the best one. That's what I'm waiting for. But they are releasing these on PC in order of where the games take place. So that is why Reach is first. So next will be Halo 1. I'm hoping Halo 1 doesn't take as long to come out as Reach did, because Halo 1 already exists on PC. So Reach might have taken a little bit longer because they were still trying to figure things out. But since Halo 1 already exists on PC, hopefully it's a lot easier, a lot smoother. It doesn't take as long. Halo 2, I believe, is on PC to some extent. So hopefully that doesn't take as long either. And then Halo 3, they are working with the El Dorito guys who made the Halo Online, which is basically Halo 3. So hopefully that goes smooth. And then Halo 4, like I said, I don't really care. But yeah, I just want 2 and 3. Having Halo back in my life is good. If Bungie want to keep being stubborn with Destiny and not implementing a beautiful game mode, then I'll just go play Halo. See ya. Peace. Nice knowing you. Alright, I think that's all it was for Xbox. Next up, I want to talk a little bit about Kojima. So, Kojima did an interview, and he basically said he would like to make a horror game. Because of course he would. I mean, after the response PT got, there's just a little bit of excitement behind that. And I would fully support it. I mean, we all know that I mostly play first-person shooters. But if Kojima made a full-blown horror game, I'm in. Buying it, no matter what. He also said that they have already started work on their next game. But I want to make it very clear. The next game might not be the horror game. He just said he would like to do a horror game at some point. Doesn't mean it's the next game. And also on the topic of Kojima, he got pretty close with Herman Holst of Guerrilla Games, since Guerrilla let Kojima use their engine for Death Stranding, available now on PS4. And, there's pictures of them hanging out, just being friends, having a great time. And now that Herman is in charge of Sony's worldwide studios and Kojima is still an independent studio, I'm not saying he could convince Kojima to let PlayStation acquire his studio, but I'm also not saying that. I didn't mention it last week, but Herman being the head of worldwide studios now is a big deal because he knows how important creative freedom is. Like, his studio made Killzone all those years, and then they went to PlayStation. They're like, hey, we want to make this open world game where it's like the future and the past combined, and there's like robot dinosaurs, and they gave it the approval, and they made Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a great game. So he knows firsthand that being able to make the game you truly want to make it's huge. If you're forced to make a game you don't want to make, then there's no passion behind it. But if you do get to make the game you want to make, there's a bunch of passion behind it, and that's why those games are good. And you can even look at Respawn right now. They always made first-person shooters, and now they made a Star Wars game, which is getting a ton of praise. Sometimes you just gotta trust the studio's vision. I know the higher-up people wanna, try to control things sometimes, but they're not the ones making the games. I mean, Respawn's not under PlayStation, but I'm just using them as an example of, making a certain genre of games forever, and then, well, not forever. I mean, they were part of Infinity War, whatever. If you know their history, you know their history. They made FPS games. Now they make Star Wars. It's great. Guerrilla made Killzone, which was good. Then they made this open world game, which is great. And then on Herman's Twitter, when PlayStation acquired Insomniac, he congratulated them and specifically mentioned Resistance. One of these days, dude, if a day comes where I'm playing Halo and Resistance, boy oh boy. Anyway, let's move on. It's that time of the month. It's time for the best selling games of the previous month, this time for October 2019. Number 20, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Number 19, Red Dead Redemption 2. 18, Code Vein. 17, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. 16, Overwatch. 15, Mortal Kombat 11. 14, Grand Theft Auto 5. 13, Minecraft. 12, Mario Kart 8. 11, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. 10, Ring Fit Adventure. 9, Borderlands 3. 8, FIFA 20. 7, WWE 2K20. 6, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. 5, NBA 2K20. 4, Madden NFL 20. 3, Luigi's Mansion 3. Number 2, The Outer Worlds. And number 1, it's not even a surprise. I mean, come on. What'd you think it was? It's Call of Duty. And you know what it's probably going to be next month? Call of Duty. Actually, next month might be a little interesting because of all the Black Friday sales. I'm definitely interested to see how the list switches up, or just to see how big of an effect Black Friday has on sales. Alright, let's move on to music. Let's get away from video games. So, Ozzy Osbourne released a new song called Under the Graveyard and announced a new album called Ordinary Man coming out early next year. It's his first solo album in 10 years. And I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling because of the name of the album, Ordinary Man. It just sounds like a final album name. And I don't mean final album as in retiring. I mean final album as in dying. I don't know. The second I saw the title, a really bad feeling just went through my body. Hopefully I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, the guy's 70 years old. He's about to turn 71. He should be dead by now, to be honest, but he's not. He's had some health issues recently, and he just keeps touring. He had to cancel this previous tour, and now they rescheduled it for next year. It's like, dude, if you don't got it anymore, just hang it up. Just call it quits. It's okay. You don't have to tour yourself into the ground. And the next year's the 50th anniversary of Black Sabbath's first album, which is also the 50th anniversary of the metal genre. That's heavily debated. Some people say Black Sabbath started metal. Others will tell you Deep Purple. And some would even say Led Zeppelin, which I don't agree with, but whatever. I'm going to say it's Black Sabbath. So it's a big year for metal next year. I do have to mention Slipknot real quick because they announced that they are doing a cruise ship music festival. Not Fest at Sea. Next year, next August. It's 4 days off the coast of Barcelona. Hey guys, we're getting older. Maybe we should tone it down a little bit. What should we do next? Oh, let's have a giant music festival for 4 days on a cruise ship. Okay, great. I mean, it's been done before. This isn't the first time. You have Shiprocked. You have 70,000 tons of metal. I think Megadeth did one. So it's not new, but it's just, come on, guys. All I'm saying is I hope nothing bad happens. was also thinking about something the other day. My top 5 albums of 2017, my top 3 were Trivium, Dead, and Ocean Grove, if I'm not mistaken. And those 3 bands are all releasing albums next year as well. So my 2020 albums of the year could pretty much mimic 2017's, which would actually be pretty funny. And, Trivium and Dead could have flip-flopped 1 or 2. They're both 10 out of 10 albums, I'll say it. I struggled to choose which one would be number 1 and which one would be number 2, because if I put Dead at number 1, people will be like, oh, well, they're from Arizona, so you're biased. That's why you put them at number 1. Oh, you put Trivium at number 1. They're your second favorite band. You're biased. It's all biased. Everything's biased, So they could have went back and forth. I don't know. You want to know what biased is? Some article I saw the other day about My Chemical Romance being the artist of the decade. Huh? They broke up in 2013. They've been gone for most of the decade. How are they artists of the decade? Are you kidding me? Pfft, that's being biased. And then the person also said that they're at the top of the rock genre. No, they're not. I would actually say Ghost is pretty deserving of artist of the decade, considering they debuted their first album in 2010. They released 4 albums since then, 2 EPs, a live album. They're playing arenas now, and they've opened for Iron Maiden and Metallica. So I'd say they're doing pretty good for themselves, and they did quite a bit in the span of this past decade. So I would say Ghost is much more deserving than My Chemical Romance. Okay, great. But going back to top albums of the year, my 2019 top 5 are pretty much locked in. I mean, there's nothing else coming out this year for me. So, I gave one album this year a 10 out of 10. So safe to say it's number 1. I gave an album a 9 out of 10, which I then boosted up to a 9.5 out of 10. So safe to say it's number 2. I gave a couple of other albums 9s out of 10s. Safe to say those are 3 and 4. I'm actually still debating what number 5 is, so 4 out of the 5 are locked in, but yeah. I'll release that list later on. And then I'll do what I did last year, where I'll put them in a playlist and then share the link. Anyway, moving on. My weekly pick of the week. So again, this is such a difficult thing to do for whatever reason. But I'm actually going to go back to Slipknot, their 2009 Download Festival performance. The full thing's on YouTube. I will put a link to it. It's one of their best performances, so watch it. Let them become your favorite band, like me, and welcome to the club. Enjoy your stay. I've seen this performance so many times, but for some reason when I watch it, I have to watch the whole thing again, or at least listen to the whole thing in the background. If I just see it on YouTube, recommended, or whatever the case might be, it always pulls you in for some reason. Well, the reason's because it's good, but whatever. Just weird story time. I said we were going back to Florida, and I wasn't lying. A Florida man accused of threatening his family by texting them Coldplay lyrics and warning them of retribution from his Nazi prison associates was persuaded by police to end a standoff in return for a fresh slice of pizza. Evan Charles McLemore, under the belief that SWAT team negotiators were ready to hand him one of America's favorite foods, was taken into custody following a 4-hour confrontation at a Pensacola home. Never underestimate the power of pizza with flavored crust, the Pensacola Police Department wrote on Facebook, while adding officers cannot comment on the rumors about pineapple being on the pizza. Don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on pineapple on pizza. I'm a supporter through and through, and I will argue with anyone about it. It was not immediately clear if responding officers even gave McLemore a slice, but they did deliver him charges of resisting an officer without violence and aggravated stalking. The incident unfolded after police initially responded to a call about a possible battery and reportedly learned McLemore had barricaded himself inside a room at the home. The suspect had called out that he had a gun to his head and he was not going back to prison, no matter what it took. After numerous attempts to lure McLemore out of the room proved unsuccessful, SWAT called in and they deployed the big guns. The promise of pizza. Pizza makes the world go round. That's a fact. Anyway, that is going to do it for me this week. As always, you can listen to this on YouTube, iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn. Links in the description of the YouTube video. links to other stuff as well. And I will talk to you guys next week. Later.